a search team and the other not so good at it. And of course, the team on the that you would think was not the best team at LSU search came out on top. So we have some stats we'll get to later, but already hopping right into this one, it's New York SubPar, Florida Puppeteers.
Yeah, we are wasting no time. It is Fortress Hardpoint. Be sure to use those channel points if you got them. And let us know who you think is going to win this first map here. As New York SubPar starting off with a nice high early lead here. But as you see, Slicksy already hopping on through the back is going to run into Eli and try and get those P2 spawns. It looks like he's going to get a nice big play here out of Florida. As they're basically just going to ignore P1 here, and they're going to set up for next.
Yeah, big gunfights happening at the left side of the map there from Slicksy. And going to have to be a big one as well, as he's getting hunted down right now here in back scaffolding. See him, just all these New York players around him. Does find one, should get traded out here. Eventually, you would imagine, does. But now player number 5 and Vetra trying to slip through. The kill's going in the way of New York right now, though, and they're getting so much of this time. Really fantastic start here for New York.
Yeah, and then they were able to transition right on over to P2. They have the spawns and they have the point. Florida has yet to hop onto any point and get a single second of time. They are just sitting with that big old goose egg right now. But now their first coordinated push coming in through open and closed. Shaggy going to go on a long wrap here through that P4 side. We're going to see if he's going to be able to take on anybody in the back. But right now, it is all New York. As soon as Starboy doing work, DK and Shaggy actually do find a couple of kills, so a chance has presented itself. Can Florida capitalize right here?
Florida's got to be careful, though, because you don't want to flip yourself and not be able to get those P3 spawns, because it has not been a good start off the rip here. The 7-0 Florida Puppeteers on the ropes here early on Fortress, but a lot of time left. You see the rotation gunfights coming in there. Shaggy will try to find that kill on the Eli. Does find it, but the kills from the front from Starboy are true. He does get traded out, though. Florida, for the first time in this match, should have possession of a hill.
They should. They're going to hold on. They're going to have a full onset. I mean, this is going to be a money hill for them. I mean, if they're able to get like a full sixer at the very least, maybe 45 or 50 points off of this, it'll put them right back in this game. Vetra finding a nice 2 kills right there. Shaggy with an extra cleanup. As Asuna helping to get the close spawns here for New York. They're going to try to push on by benches. As Vetra still just holding down that P5 side, keeping New York at bay. They're going to line up, and Florida is just eating the time right now.
Tough hill to break, as we know. Just got to find that first pick and then able to move in. It looks like they're trying to push through this P1 gate, but right now Florida is shutting it down. And it is going to have to be a reset here for New York. And now you're already thinking about setting up next, which I think they will do. So Florida gets the hill that they much needed. And New York will set up next and try to lock in another money hill here for them. Shaggy already with that cruise missile in the back pocket, though. We'll see if that comes into play. But again, that was a much needed hill for Florida.
Yeah, much needed. It's essentially a full 60 coming in from Florida. Exactly what they needed. So now over to P4 we go. New York is set, but DK looking to cause some problems. New York is aware of his presence, so DK just going to kind of play his life right now, wait for his teammates, but is going to try the early challenge to Starboy. He's not going to find a Jedi, meanwhile, grabbing 2 of his own. Vetra just trying to find some spawns and trying to find some kills. Is able to find one there onto Starboy, so open things up a little bit, but Jedi going to find that kill onto DK. So New York holding steady right now as Jedi is continuing to fry. That's a 5 spree. Nice little 3 pickup right there is going to finally go down. But another great hold here at New York as they hit the century mark.
And New York's been doing such a good job on the hills that they are getting to first of just holding the time, being able to push out and making it so Florida just, it takes so much time just to get to the point. Already 30 seconds gone. Florida finally gets there. Shaggy now finding 2, and you finally make the break. So you're going to probably split this hill time, maybe New York coming out just a tad on top. But New York, again, just doing a great job of getting into their setups and then executing. And they're looking to do the same here on the P5 as gunfights going down, and important ones at that.
Yeah, too little too late on that hill there for Florida. New York is going to be set up for this P5 hill. Florida kind of in no man's at the moment. They are getting spawns across the map, so they're going to basically attack on all fronts, basically a 1-2-1 type of push. They are going to find a couple, so that's going to be a good start, but Starboy fighting back. And Slicksy going to clean up the rest. New York still getting close spawns over by P3, though, so this is not going to be a very long hold. But the trap might be in. Slicksy reading this, but look at the spawn from behind Eli. Spawning way out and is going to be an absolute annoyance coming in through close. And going to find Slicksy, but Slicksy wins that gunfight, but the trade is there. Florida actually holding on to this. I'm actually quite shocked because the spawns are all over the place, but they are reading it well.
Yeah, they are reading it well. I mean, they picked up that pinch and were able to shut it down. New York will try to get back on this time, but you see Florida now going to maybe play for this P1. They'll let New York have this last 15 seconds or so, but you see they're also trying to set up for that P2 as well, because last time around, that was a hill that they got absolutely slaughtered on. So trying to secure those spawns, trying to play here for new. Got to be careful though for Florida, because you gave up about 40 points on the P1 the first time around. I cannot let that happen again.
And you see on your screen, Shaggy still holding on to that missile, waiting for a proper moment. This is one of the maps that's kind of hard to use those missiles, because not only do you have trophy systems to worry about in this game, but you do also have to worry about a lot of the closed points. You really have to try to find a wall. P1 is one of those points where you can definitely hit one, though. So we'll see if Shaggy decides to use it here. I guess it totally depends on how long New York is going to hold on to this. But I think they are more concerned with P2 right now, as Florida have maintained the spawns throughout the duration of this P1. But the close spawns here for New York might set them back a ways, as Shaggy is going to fall, and New York have actually reclaimed the spawns. And the caster curse coming in hot and early.
I mean, this is worst case scenario right now for Florida. You have to get these spawns for next, because you've given up so much time once again
Vetra.
on P1 trying to secure spawns for P2 that they finally will get it. I mean, that would have been detrimental if they hadn't. But it is going to be Florida, for the moment, holding on to these P2 spawns. Need a big hill here and potentially chaining it over to P3 to get themselves back into this one. But once again, they gave up a lot of time on that P1.
There's going to be a desperate hold here for Florida, but they are holding strong, and they know where New York's going to be. But Eli is just winning that gunfight every single day of the week. And New York have found the break, and they found the point. One more flank from the outside here from Florida, while they still got those close spawns. Is it going to work? No, Asuna gunning Slicksy off that back heady. That is going to put them on the 200 mark. And they are looking to close this one out. They cannot win on this hill, but one simple rotation on the P3, the hardest hill in the game to break, and they can call this one done and dusted.
And Starboy is making the play right here. If he can find this kill onto Shaggy, that would just set New York up to basically win this game. But can they finally kill him? Shaggy does take him down. Does the trade come in? You see the reinforcements coming from New York, but Florida lucky. They get those P3 gate spawns, so they'll have positioning here. You got to find these kills on New York. They do. So it is going to be New York. Just going to be about 20 points away here from the win. Florida is in position, but now you're seeing some spawns out. So these Florida players on hill have to find these kills through this opening gate. Not a good start.
Not a good start at all, but Vetra's going to be there for the cleanup. No, here comes the push. Shaggy has to go huge, but Starboy was ready for it. So now the push onto the point. Here comes Florida. One more push to try to keep this game alive. DK does find one, and Vetra follows suit. Eli answers right back, and Florida does get three, but they got to get Starboy off the point. But Starboy is just staying alive. One more player to kill. Can't get him. Vetra going to hold tight, but New York are still going to make another push at this.
We'll see if they can break this. I mean, only few seconds left here. You want to set yourself up for next, because now you see player number 8 in Shaggy. He's going to try to get through to get some spawns for next. Jedi finds the kill on last, but I mean, for Florida, you have so many things to deal with right now. You have to rotate. You got to make sure they can't win on this last time. Player number 3 is going to try to play for that scrap. Not. I don't think he got the tick here. I don't believe they should be 1 point away. It looks like they will be. So it's going to come down to next, and just one more second here for New York SubPar.
One more second, and here comes the push. Florida has to hold on tight. I mean, you have to play as perfect as COD as you can. Now Starboy's going to come in, but Shaggy's ready for it. Shaggy goes on a 5. Remember, has that cruise missile to use. Not sure if he's going to be able to use it on this hill, but he's actually going to lose the gunfight. But Vetra and Slicksy are able to hold on, but Starboy going to try to make a play. Starboy attacks and gets in and wins it for New York SubPar. A dominant first map out of them. We saw some lights of hope there for Florida, but it just was not enough. New York SubPar were clinical here on the Fortress Hardpoint.
I mean, that was dominant. And Starboy, 27 and 16, almost double positive, is the MVP of.
Sorry for the wait, everybody, but we are back for map 2. Silver Premade South Finals, New York SubPar, Florida Puppeteers. New York up 1-0 after a strong start here on Hardpoint, but now we go over to Asilo, and this map is unforgiving.
And favoring Florida, but they need a bounce back here. Similar to how I thought New York needed that map 1, Florida really need this map 2 right now. It's going to be New York starting on that offensive side and just waiting again. You know there's going to be players in this site, what corner they're going to be in. The stun, excuse me, does go in. So they have the info. It's now making the entry. Eli trying to come in, and that's great teamwork. Shaggy, though, finding one and finding 2 on the flank, looking for a third. Finds him as well. Shaggy season with the 3-piece, leaving Starboy in a 1v3. He is taken out. Florida take the first round.
Man, that is just a ridiculous play there on Shaggy. Great flank coming in on weak opponents. Didn't even know he was there and was able to pick up a third as well. I mean, that was just clinical there out of Florida. So this is the life that I wanted to see. I wanted to see them get started early, and they did it with a bang. They let New York that they are here to play. So just up 1-0. Don't count on New York at all. I mean, there's a long ways to go here on this map, but that is a great start there out of Florida, like you said.
Yeah, and
That knife was
really
sick.
couldn't ask for more. I mean, New York made the right play. They got that stun and got the info and basically played the bait and switch and just did not account for the player in the back. So now Florida going toward this A site on their own. Asuna, I think he got stunned here, so the info is Brandon. Now the nade's out.
Oof.
He is going to get taken down by DK. Good coordination there from Florida. They have the life advantage.
Still sticking over to A site here is Florida. They know there's one player in there, and Shaggy gonna get a little too courageous there with that nade. Is gonna lose his life to Eli, who gets away, but it's still gonna hang tight. Florida still just taking this nice and slow for right now, hanging around pool. How much do you think it costs to hop on the table right now? I mean, I think it takes
Too
like
much.
what, $3 and quarters maybe?
Well, you know, inflation. Come on now.
Oh, it's fair enough. It's more like $20,000 at this point. Anywho, Eli's still holding on to the A site. Trying to find any type of Florida players. Just missing Slixy. Now finally finds him and puts him down in the grave. So still slow and steady here for Florida. But now here comes finally the push. Eli's going to go down. DK does die. So it's going to be up to Veteran. A 1v2. Not going to be able to get it done. New York on the board. And we're tied up at 1.
Yeah, nice bounce back there. After losing that life early, they even up the numbers and then end up taking the round. So good bounce back there from New York. For the side of Florida, their only loss on LSU Search and Destroy actually came last week in the playoffs. So if you want to take that with, guess that with a caveat on this, I mean, they're such a great LSU Search team, but did lose last week. So maybe feeling a little less confident on this, and especially how New York's playing. I mean, New York looks really good right now, and taking this over toward B, we'll see if Florida expects it, but doesn't look like it. Starboy with that sniper out. So he does find one, though, on the Jedi.
Jedi goes down. Slixy trying to find the rest, but New York is just in full retreat mode. They're going to get behind green, but Shaggy is not going to let them go quietly into that good night. He's going to just kind of wait around. He knows that New York is all trapped back there, so Florida actually reading this quite well. They're all pushed up. They know New York is basically just all in the back of the spawn, so basically just find a heady and sit there because New York has nowhere to go. But Shaggy is not in a position for info, so New York is actually going to be able to cross and get over to A control without any consequence. There was an ample opportunity there for Florida to have them in the trap, but now New York are all the way in Florida spawn at the moment.
But they got the footsteps, so they know they're wrapping this. Now it's just about seeing if you're New York, if you can get in the site, which they actually might be able to. Eli finding the kill on the Vetra as well, evening up the numbers, and New York's actually going to get away with this for the time being.
Wow.
That bomb going down on A, 23 seconds, but it's going to be now 45 for Florida to find the defuse. Got to get in the positioning here. DK from the top rope, but, I mean, Shaggy's waiting for the play, but again, 2 players in sight, just playing this so calm.
Cool, calm, and collected. That is the SubPar. Slixy is able to find one. Last 2 for New York. Just holding tight inside of A. Asuna, don't stick the cheeks out, man. Shaggy's waiting for you. Starboy's going to find one into DK. Shaggy going to answer back. 1v2 for New York. And a Team K. But Slixy will still be there for the defuse. So Florida able to bring that one back, but I do want to harp on it a little bit because there was an opportunity there to just make a complete bloodbath of this round. And although they did have the info once New York started to rotate, I can't help but think that if they just were able to push up a little bit more and just kind of cover the entries, they would have been able to have this done a lot earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they got the sound cues that they were going around, but obviously letting them slip through, get the bomb down, and then you have a situation in the end where they were able to pinch the bomb site and make the play, but it definitely was looking a lot more controlled there from Florida in the beginning. They get it done in the end, though, so no harm, no foul. They're going to go back to the offensive side here. We'll see what the play is, as it looks like they will be going back over to this A site. But, I mean, right now, Florida has come out on the first bloods so far in this one. They got to keep it up. Another one there. Vetra finds the nade on the Eli, and I think that's putting New York in really, really tough situations. You have to find a way to turn that around. Starboy, though, on the flank with that daddy, will he find one? He will. The timing almost not in his favor, though. Just barely gets out of his life. Bomb is down for the moment.
Bomb's down for the moment. Vetra is going to find one up top. And now it's going to be up to Starboy and Jedi in a 2v3 situation here for New York. It was a good flank there out of New York, but they just were not able to capitalize on it. So bomb for Florida in kind of a precarious position there over by Kegs. But no one for New York really watching it right now. Starboy, really the closest one. Jedi focused on B at the moment. Starboy just trying to find a route and running here. See if Route Man gets paid. Looking for Vetra. Cool, there goes the open, but Vetra has the AR, so he's going to win that one with ease. Jedi lasted a 1v3. Florida just going to pick up bomb and likely plant it over on the A side. Vetra gets the info, now goes in for the chase. Jedi going to turn right around. Does he hear Vetra up top? Not sure. Jedi just going to rotate around, and now the bomb is planted today. So Florida, I mean, all but over here.
Yeah, you would think, but Jedi does find one of the Vetras and makes it interesting. And if he can somehow single out one of these players, get it to a 1v1, has to check this Kegs corner, though, does he? He does not. He gets taken down. Florida Puppeteers take another round, go up 3-1. As I said, just getting basically every first blood in the search and destroy right now, and it's just paying off.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Florida that we expected. And now we're finally getting here on the Asilo search and destroy. Although someone in the chat said that this is apparently a map that they lost pretty handily last week. So if this was their map pick, you got to wonder if this is just going to be a big confidence booster for them. But I mean, look at the KDs right now. You see 5-3 there for Vetra, 5-1 there for Shaggy. And over on New York, I mean, Slaying absolutely gone downhill. Suna on Goose Egg watch, Donut Society watch, whatever you want to call it. Now, there's going to be a rush A to find Shaggy. It's going to be clean. Not quite, though, as Eli, unfortunately, taking out a teammate there. A little too overzealous. But the bomb will go down regardless. So nice quick plant here, but the man advantage is lost. So it's a 3v3 situation here for Florida as they try to break through.
Got a double flank here coming through back pool as well. Let's see if they read this. Have two players in sight once again. Pretty standard protocol here. So Florida, you just have to pinch this. It's going to be the one player up top here from New York that needs to make a big play to help the team. It does. He finds one on Eli. Asuna finding that kill on the slick. Nades coming in. 1v1 situation now. Jedi with the shots on to Vetra. Gotta just get out with your life. He will. Now Vetra's going to try to hop this bomb. It should get checked, though, in a matter of seconds. You gotta get the kill, though. He does. Starboy. Excuse me, not Starboy. We'll finish that round. Was it? I don't even know. I lost track of who's up. I mean,
who's Jedi?
No, it was Jedi. Jedi. Let's give Jedi some flowers. Nice play there. As yeah, Nade goes into that room and about a lot of chaos happened. That's big win there for New York though. I mean, they needed that one to kind of stop the bleeding, get back into this one.
Yeah, and for Vetra, I mean, just another second before that. Might have actually had the defuse there, so not the worst play to make in that situation. Knowing that there was kind of an awkward gunfight and Jedi had to back up, but regardless, New York on the board. It looks like B going to be the main target as Florida moving on over towards that soccer side here. Jedi gets the intel, so the rest of New York is going to get control of the A building and just kind of find some entryways here, find some holes in the wall. Starboy and Asuna basically looking out the windows, trying to see if they can find any puppeteers on the outside. Starboy firing away over towards Vetra, just kind of letting them know, hey, I'm here. I'm with a sub, though. I don't know why I'm in this window, but I'm here anyway.
New York has this covered, though. I mean, Florida, they know they really have the crosses, so they have to just pick a gunfight here and really win it. DK gonna run in the Jedi, though. It's gonna be a tough gunfight. That's bombed down as well. I mean, Florida knew they were surrounded and played pretty hesitant there. As New York is really covering all these crosses. I think Starboy seeing Shaggy as well. Definitely now going to see two players.
Oh my god.
The kills are going New York's way. So it's going to be Vetra with the boomstick in a 1v4.
Oh!
If I hit more, I am so sorry.
Oh no.
But, I mean, you just made a impossible situation more impossible.
I have a request here at both teams, and I know it's silver, and I also know that I play in bronze, so I don't have a lot of authority here, but can we please stop holding AR positions with a freaking submachine gun, please? I'm watching both. Okay, sure. Get the heady of Eli. to end that round, but New York does tie it up at 3. But I don't know. Something was really bothering me that everybody firing long range had a sub on them. It was just driving me a little nuts. I'm sorry.
Well, look, we live in an AR world, and some subs just want to be ARs.
Just literally
and it's,
shut up.
You know, that's what happens when you have the best gun in the game, the God gun.
Hey, Jack.
3-3 now.
Jack, can you settle a debate? Sub or AR world? Let me know. And tell me why it's submachine gun world anyway. 3-3. New York on the attack. And it looks like A control going to be the entry point this time. Shaggy just going to get nice and comfortable. Brand new bed sheets, you know, whole 9. Slicksy going to fire some warning shots. Starboy going for the chase, though. Slicksy's like, I'm out of there. Going to run away. But New York actually going to do the full wrap here. Going to get control of barbecue, which Florida has absolutely no sight of. DK might catch somebody here, but the sight going to land onto Asuna, trying to find a second. Eli, though. Nice little drop shot. Evens up the live count here at 3-3. And the bomb is going to get planted at B for free.
Eli getting this info as well. Seeing 2 players, that's huge right now for New York. You know where 2 players are on this map. They can kind of get into your post-plant setup here. Starboy in a position where he can check bomb easily. Vetra, though, trying to find him out. Gonna get some shots off, but all this is doing right now is wasting time. 60 finds one onto Eli, though, so that's big. Starboy with the gunfire on the Vetra. The defuse coming in, though. I don't know if they check the Starboy. Has to check this very soon. He does. Shaggy gets out with his life. 2v2 situation. They take him down. New York storming back. Now take the lead.
The march here to New York. Great play. I mean, I did not expect, besides the sub thing, a lot of team disciplined plays coming out of both squads, especially New York. I mean, they are basically hugging each other going into any point. They are not solo challing at all. They are just finding the right position. And I mean, think about the play that they just made. They went through A control, basically got into a couple weird gunfights, forced Florida back, and then New York continued the wrap all the way to B, where they were able to get a bomb plant, and Florida just had no idea that they got back there. Like, it was just a perfect play call. So you could definitely tell there is an IGL on this team. Not sure who it is. I don't have their comms, but you can definitely tell. This team knows what they're doing.
Vetra getting that opening blood once again for Florida, so putting New York in a tough situation. Jedi won off a streak, by the way. We'll see if he plays for it. Is Eli going to get stunned in that A zone? So he's going to need some help here. Going to need some reinforcements, and that might come in the form of Asuna. He's coming on the flank.
Oh, my.
Eli finds one. The trade does come in, but this is a good situation right now for New York. Asuna, though, cannot find the kill. Somehow gets out with his life.
What?
Might actually find this kill. Oh, my goodness. That is a big kill right there. Jedi finds a kill, and here we go. 2v1, they get him. What a retake there from New York. Amazing play by Asuna to play his life and then find the kill. Wins the round for his team.
Asuna was 1-6 in making that play. You wouldn't know that he was 1-6 going into that, but I mean, the absolute ankle breaker coming in out of Asuna to get that kill. Yellow flags are waving. It is map point. It's 5-3. After going down in this map on a 3-1 deficit, New York have absolutely surged back. So now, SubPar. In a situation that I did not think I would see out of them this early, where they are close to putting it to match point going into the next map with a 2-0 series lead, but they still have one more round to go. Florida could easily bring this one back, and Jedi does have a streak to work with. Keep that in mind. Yeah,
and this is what you can do if you have it. You can just hit over to B and make it hard for the defense. They know you have that streak. He's actually going to call it in early here, though. Maybe play for this info, get your player up the map and into the bomb site. That's exactly what they're going to do. Let's see if he finds anybody with the cruise. He does not, but at the very least, you're getting that bomb down at B. The problem now for New York, though, is there's no reinforcements his way. Vetra takes down Jedi once again for that first blood, so Florida has a man advantage here, has to convert.
Yeah, and Starboy's doing the right thing here, though. Just kind of sitting, lying in wait, waiting for the reinforcements to come. Doesn't need to chow anything crazy. Eli, though, speaking of chowing something crazy, that's a wild chow you're taking out of there on Slicksy. Slicksy going to clean that up. So now up to Starboy and Asuna to defend this bomb site. DK goes down, Adventure goes down. All of a sudden, we're even up at 2. Starboy tries to find another. Can't quite do it, but Asuna from across the map. Firing away with that AR, but now Asuna just has to run for it. Not sure if he has enough time to get there. He got to get through the door. Actually finds the kill. Gonna find Slicksy. Oh my God, Asuna. Oh my God. Wow. After being negative throughout this entire map, Asuna has clutched up these last 2 rounds and will take the Asilo home for the New York SubPar. What a freaking play out of Asuna.
I mean, single-handedly really
Up
winning.
2-0. It is match point. Florida having to complete the reverse sweep to try to take home the gold. And we're sticking around with Asilo here. A monumental loss on the Asilo search and destroy. So Florida looking for the regain here. They're going to start off on defense, and they're going to find a few kills to kick this one off. So great start.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed. Finding those opening 4 kills, actually, with the turn on there from Slixy. And you're already putting them in somewhat of a trap. This is exactly what you're looking for if you are Florida. Really be dominant right now. You see the spread across the map. Look, I mean, we know how easy it is for offenses, though. Just get 1, 3 or 4 down, and you're able to stack either one of the points. So, still a lot of time left in this round, but Florida is absolutely frying right now. They look not happy about how this series has gone.
Yeah, no, they look like they are playing angry right now, but New York have found a hole, and they are going to take advantage of it here. They're going to hop on through, and a point is going to be the goal. Florida spawning in complete wonderland, because they're going to have to try to work their way over, so at least a tick secured here, but the stack is inward to Gyms. Second ticket to come on through, as well as Florida trying to find their way in. Jedi trying to fire some shots, keep Florida at bay. Jackie gonna try to go in for the chow, but those 2 kills should secure that A point there for New York. So life differential is definitely misleading. New York have grabbed the A point, and there is a lot of time left on the clock. A couple of quick clears here out of New York, and they could still take this round.
Yeah, again, just 1, 3, or 4 down, able to stack the point, and it puts you in a tough situation. You got to be careful if you're Florida. You cannot let that happen. It looks like New York is going to try to opt to get through this field area, but Vetra, you have to clear him off of this top AC area in that power position. And if you're Florida, this is perfect as well. You need a sub in that white area. Try to just be annoying. Shaggy Season is the man for the job. Finds one, does get traded out though. So if you're New York, you've cleared one position, but you look at all the headies and ARs that are out right now for Florida, just locking these lanes down.
Not sure why there's so many ARs when it is a sub-player's world, but regardless, Florida going to be posted up here. I mean, the life advantage might actually be too much now here for New York, but Jedi is actually in a good spot to cause Florida some trouble, but Slixy is going to make sure that doesn't last long. So New York really only 1 or so good pushes left. 25 seconds on the clock as well to try to make this happen, try to pull a miracle out. They do have an opening, and 2 kills go down. Now Shaggy, though, is going to try to clutch it up here. Starboy does go down. Here comes the rest of New York trying to find this kill, but Shaggy is running around. Finally gets caught, but now New York have to hop onto this point, and none of them can die. They can't afford to lose this.
Yeah, you got to get some trophies down, but you're in a good position right now because you do have that first tick in. You're getting bodies over to the point. This might be a 4-stack here. Now 1 goes down, but you're forcing Florida to make a play, and they're having a hard time getting in. That second tick of progress going in. Florida now has to make a move. Eli finding a few from the
get on the point, guys. What?
Gonna try to go in, but he's taken down. New York take the first round. The power of the 3 to 4 down. It is just, it doesn't stop here in LSU.
No, LSU, I mean, we talked about it, how easily the spawns can be manipulated on this map. And that was just a great example of it. I give it 10 on the flip, by the way. Even bounced on the bottom of the concrete at the end of that. But, I mean, regardless, I mean, but Florida played a little too slow. I mean, I know they were basically all waiting for each other for reinforcements, but it almost seemed like it was a hesitation thing. Like they expected a couple of kills to go through, and when it didn't, they just kind of sat there and watched the ticks go. So New York, in a detrimental situation, we're able to pull out that round, which is going to take the wind out of sails from Florida going into this next one here as they are on the attack. Shaggy going to have some reinforcements. It looks like A control is going to be the first point of interest.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, wind out of the sails because you start that round absolutely frying, like looking untouchable, and then you end up losing that round on defense. So, I mean, there has really been nothing that has gone Florida's way so far in this match, and that was a chance okay, let's get some momentum back into this one, but they end up losing it. Have to find the offense here. I just don't think you can go down 2-0 and then have to pull off the ultimate reverse with how things have gone. I think this is almost a must-win round here for Florida. Shaggy going to try to be as annoying as he can here on the back lines with the sub, but I mean, 39 seconds left already and no progress right now for Florida.
No progress for Florida. They're keeping Florida at bay for New York as they're just pushing on up, and they're just giving Florida all types of problems here. 23 seconds on the clock and not a single tick. Now a little bit open, but Asuna in a great position here to make a play if the timing works out in his favor. And it looks like it just might. The plays are getting called, and now here comes Asuna, gonna find one. Eli's gonna be there for the help. Shaggy does get the trade, finds a second, but Asuna is there trying to find a last player, and does! The turn on by Asuna, and another one out of Vetra. My God! The walking highlight reel! Asuna just absolutely frying, and now the defense all but secure. Florida has one final push. It has to be over to A, as Slicksy getting taken down over to B. My goodness, Asuna, what did you have in your Wheaties this morning?
I mean, he's got a mixtape just from this match alone. DK finally gets on time here with 5 seconds left for Florida, and does get a nice kill there on the Starboy. Finally gets a tick of progress in, but Florida is reeling right now. The lives not in the worst position for them, though. I mean, they are down, but only down 2 lives at this point. Looking to capture this A point. We'll see if New York elects to try to contest this or just play for the exit kills, but they will. Starboy gets taken out, so now some kills go in the way of Florida, so this one's not over yet. Gotta get some reinforcements over to B and start spawning these New York players over toward helipad, but this has been a good stretch right now.
Yeah, it was a good stretch here for Florida. They got the life advantage, and they were able to get the A point, but there is not a lot of time to make plays over to B, so these next 2 pushes are really going to count. But New York are just putting them down. Slicksy basically last one up here in any type of position to make a play. Gonna try for a wrap, but the info is there. Someone stunned Slicksy up top. Jedi gonna get into the gunfight. Eli's there for the trade, so now reset here for Florida as they're gonna hop on over to soccer. And Vetra's just gonna push on through. Shaggy gonna try to find some ground in the middle. Can't find it, as New York continue to just hold the line. DK, really the only one to make a play as well. Has a little bit of reinforcement, doesn't check the corner as soon as there. Once again, the submachine gun god that is Asuna cross map is able to keep Florida down, and that should do it. No lives here for Florida. Vetra in a position to try to make one more push. Can they find Asuna, or anybody for that matter? Can't get it done. So New York up 2-0, and they do also have a 4-tick lead. Or maybe was it 3-tick lead actually?
Yeah,
going into this next round. So it's looking all New York right now. They are 1 round away from being your Silver South Premade Chumps.
I mean, Florida just has not had an answer all match for these guys. And the hard point, they didn't have an answer in the search. You know, after those first couple rounds, they rattled off. Didn't have an answer, and now on this control. I mean, you have that first round, which you feel like you should win, and the second round, I mean, look, they made it interesting in the end, but can't take it, and now you're 1 round away, if you are New York, from winning the championship. Shaggy gonna do what he can, but has kind of been really subdued after that map 1. He was looking really good on those flank routes, but I mean, in this map in particular, New York's done a good job of shutting that down. Looking to get on this B point early here is New York, trying to lock that first tick in, which I don't think he did. Maybe he hit it, I'm not sure, but nice start here from Florida. You just got to keep it up, as Jedi in a nice position here to really just spawn trap Vetra.
And here is Asuna once again. What a map he's had so far, and what a map the previous as well. Although, why? Like, how in the world is Asuna not dead there? Asuna just falling to the ground, finding the kill, but secretly Eli forwarding a push over onto B site, and that's going to be a cab. So the B site going down first, as Florida now on their heels, and they cannot find a single New York player. They are all scattered across the map. Shaggy gonna help out with a play, though. That is going to thwart the New York push. That was looking like a really bad chain there, as New York continuing to step it up. They're gonna have that B site first, so Florida really reeling at this point. They're gonna have to play this nice and slow, but they cannot let New York get any ground, because A site can go quick.
You gotta clear Vetra, though, in that top tower area if you are New York. That's gonna be your problem. But DK on the boxes as well, gonna be an issue, and we'll see what New York elects to do here, what their route is. But I mean, it is just so tough when you have that AR with that trophy down on top tower. But New York doing a good job right now of getting together and trying to make a team push. The problem is they just cannot find the kill right now on the DK. Finally. He does.
No.
Oh, he does not get taken out. Excuse me. There's actually going to be a streak there for DK, and New York having a problem taking him out. Now Starboy behind the door. No answers as well. But I mean, Florida right now, they're giving them no help. They cannot get there. Now Slicksy from the top rope has to go big.
I question that shout out of DK. I mean, the contest was there, and I get you want to kill the player and get them off, but at the same time, just hold the heady. I mean, they're not killing you. Wait for your teammates to get to you, and they'll handle the door. I mean, you have some machine guns for a reason. You might as well take out behind the door. So DK, next time, just maybe stay there, perhaps. I mean, Wild Jedi doing some work up top by Barbecue, trying to find this kill, and the Vetra can't do it. Vetra gonna answer back. A-site going slowly. One tick is down. Looking for a second. Vetra just going to slowly hop on the time. Waiting for Slixy to come behind. But Vetra gets some really bad timing. But Slixy, luckily, is able to be there for the reinforcements. And now, Florida regaining control of that A-site. They do have a life advantage. One tick captured here by New York. 2 to go. One more clear should do it. But they are running out of lives and they are running out of time.
Yeah, now, I mean, you're in a situation where we really have one more good push at this, and that's a good start. 2 down here for New York, so these other Florida players have to do their best to stay up, because you're seeing the spawns right now coming from Florida. They're coming in back hill. This is a delicate situation right now for Florida, and you see the crew
coming in. Double?
And, I mean, the stack is in as well. It's going to be 2 players on point. The ticks are going. It's over.
Oh, my God. Whoa.
I mean, my goodness. There it is. New York SubPar, your silver Premade South champions. I was not ready for that.
No, we were stuck on the cruise missile, but Silent New York was just like, yeah, we don't care about your missiles. We're just going to sit right here. And they just pitched a tent and just sat there, and they were able to...